Hi everyone, welcome to Snowstorm Crafts. And I'm just getting set up here. So thank you for joining. And I would love to hear where everybody's watching from. I live in Oregon. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my Junky Grungy Grammy doll hair. So I'm going to show you guys how I attach it. And yeah, I hope you guys comment and let me know what you guys think. And if you guys are making some of my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls, and if you don't know anything about them, I have tons of videos on my channel. I have links down below that you guys can come get the pattern. And I have it really reasonably priced in my Etsy shop. And there's no written instructions. There is a link in the description of my Etsy shop that you copy and paste and it to YouTube. And it takes you right to a whole playlist on exactly how I show you guys step by step how I put my dolls together. So if you guys go get the pattern and you guys can join along, it would be much appreciated. And then I also have dolls for sale in my Etsy shop, like she's for sale. And then I have her. So they're just fun. Fun little dolls that I make. And I really appreciate you guys being here, and let's get started. So I just have some music in the background, and I'm just gonna take my Fabric Fix glue. That's the kind of glue I'm using. And I have tons of links down below of things I'm mentioning and using, so just go ahead and feel free to check them out. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I go live. And welcome to our little doll family here. Okay, so what I have is, if you guys have seen me before, on my channel, I save all my threads that I use. And I'm going to show you guys how I add just some recycled threads and make some hair. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello, Kristens. How you doing? And Angela, how you doing? And Karen, of course. I'm glad you got to join. They're not quite voodoo dolls. I actually have a voodoo doll that I made. It's a zombie, quote unquote, voodoo doll. But I'll show you. I'm trying to shake you guys around too much. And I do not have a pattern yet for him, but I do have him for sale in my shop. Sorry, I'm trying not to shake you guys too much walking around here. But this is more of a voodoo doll that I made, like a zombie voodoo. So he's fun. And he is for sale in my Etsy shop. So I have the Etsy link down below. You guys can just click on it and go check out all kinds of stuff I have in there. I have junk journals that I make, and some tie-dye stuff in there, and like I think I have my tie-dye rainbow tote bags that I have in there, and then dolls, and then patterns. I have tons of patterns for different dolls that I've made. And yeah, so that's my little voodoo doll. Yeah, these are just my Junky Grungy Grammy dolls is what I call them. So they're just fun little, just creepy little fun little dolls that I just made up a pattern. And Okay, so let's get going here. I'm getting sidetracked. So we got thinking, because and then I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to add the little aprons on and some of their little trinkets. So we'll just get them all finished today, and then how I add their ribbons and bows on their head. So since she's got green in hers, and that's going to be her, let's move her to the side. I'm going to get some green threads just to kind of match it up a little bit here. I do have a Coraline doll. I have a pattern in my shop for a Coraline doll, and I have a Coraline doll in my shop. I might have taken it out because I wanted to keep her, but here, I'll show you. I'll show you what she looks like. This is my, you think I'd have my dolls closer to me, but they're across the room. But these are my she's my Coraline doll. And she's got a little kitty. So I do have a pattern for her. So you got a little, and the little kitty comes out. So I have a pattern. She comes with the pattern for the kitty and the pattern on how I put her together. She's got the little hoodie. Yeah, they are little creepy dolls. That's the point. I like them. I like a little, why not? Why not? They're like cute and creepy, aren't they? They're just fun. And then she's got little rain boots and stuff. So I do have a pattern for her. So if it's not in the link below, just click on my Etsy link and you'll see. You can scroll through and, yep. And I have them very reasonably priced. Like I said, there are no written instructions for them. They are all virtual instructions that I do on my YouTube channel. And there's a link in the description of each pattern, and all you have to do is copy and paste it into YouTube, and it'll take you straight to the video and me showing you step by step how I make them. So, but yes, if you go down below in the description, I have my Etsy link, and just click on that on this video, and it'll take you to my Etsy shop, and you'll find my Coraline doll. I call her, she's my blue-haired, freckle-faced girl, because I'm not allowed to say Coraline on Etsy. So she's a blue-faced, or blue-haired, freckle-faced girl. I think that's what I called her. Okay. So, yes, and I have tons of other dolls that I've made, and I have patterns for them, too. Okay, we're just going to start with this right now. I'm getting sidetracked here. So threads, keep your threads for sure. And then this is my Fabrifix glue. I'm pretty sure it's down in the links. And I use a Sugar Bell, just piping. It's for icing for cakes and stuff. And this works great. I just put my glue in it. I keep a little needle in there so it doesn't get all clogged up or dried out. And then I also just use a jar. And that's just glue that's leaked out. So it's all dried up in there, but I had a dye, like a little dye in the bottom that it was sitting on at first, but it kind of all leaked. And then now I used to just stick it in like that, but when I'm not using it, I go like this and put it there. But as I'm using it, it's kind of nice just go like that. Then you don't have to sit there and worry about it coming out and take forever. So I just use whatever jar that I have, and then I have it, just makes it easy. Just little fun tips and tricks here and there, I try to give you guys little tips and tricks. I've been working on these dolls for about a year. I made the pattern about a year ago. And before that, I never really made dolls, maybe one or two with my mom and stuff. We made a couple together, but I was younger and I just forgot about it. And then last year, I was like, you know what? I want to make some dolls and I want to make them creepy. And I just came up with this pattern, and who knew it'd be such a hit that everybody loves them. So I'm so glad. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for just the support and coming along the journey with me. Anthony, welcome. Where's everybody watching from? I'd love to hear. I would love to hear. Oh yeah, cross stitching. That's a great, great way to have a lot of threads that you can save. Well, I haven't used my glue for a while, so I was hoping this wasn't going to be a problem. But I'm live, so you know how that goes. So what I do is I just take my glue and get it to work here. And I just take glue and put it all over her head and then add the thread and thank you, Karen. I'm so glad that you are enjoying my videos. Jeez, I got that all. This is what happens when you don't use your glue for a while. Been a couple weeks here. So I'm just taking it and putting some glue down here. Okay. It'll start coming out better in a minute. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure to like and subscribe. It just helps me get out further for others to see how to make these fun little Junky Grungy Grammy dolls. I had somebody ask me today on my Etsy if it was okay for them to sell the dolls. And I do have a disclaimer in my with the pattern stating I don't mind if you guys do resell, you know, like you use my pattern to make your doll the way that you want to with your little flair on it and stuff. And then I don't mind if you sell just a small amount or whatever like that. I'm all about that. I think that's kind of fun. And then you get to be creative and put your own little twist on it and stuff. But selling my patterns is a big no-no. No. But I don't mind if you guys used my pattern and then just, you know, just a small amount. But the only thing I do ask is if you mention my name in the description. Like if you have an Etsy shop or something, just mention my name stating that, you know, Snowstorm Crafts is the original creator and I use her pattern, and then people can come over and get my pattern from me. So, but in small quantities, I don't mind. Because I think this is a fun thing to share and have other people enjoy it, you know? Oh, Kristen's, you're from California. Yeah, that is near me for sure. We're in the outskirts of Eugene, Oregon, so we're out in the country here. We're about, oh, I don't know, maybe an hour and 15 minutes from the coast, hour or so. So we got like 5 acres out here. Trying to make my glue cooperate here. So that's all I do, is I take my threads, I make sure to put it on a good amount of glue, and then just press it. And these 2 gals will be for sale in my Etsy shop when it's all finished. I'll make sure to put them in there. For purchasing, you guys can come adopt it, and they come with adoption papers. You can name them whatever you want, but I name them. Sometimes I give them a name, but you don't have to keep those names. You can name them whatever you want. But they're just fun. They just get their own personalities as you start adding the hair and the eyes and the, you know, all that fun stuff. Yes, we've been rainy for sure too. We actually, yesterday was pretty nice. We got up to, I think it was like 64 or 65. I was like shocked. I mean, it was, you know, Fahrenheit, and it was warm. I was like, geez. And so that was a nice day. But we've been having, like, today's cloudy, and we're going to have some rain coming. I think this weekend's going to be, like, Saturday's supposed to be a little nicer. Okay. So I'm just getting some threads here. And then if you want, you can always take it and split some up. Yeah, I do a little bit of slow stitching too. I like doing that. It's really relaxing. Just calming. So is making these dolls. It's really nice just to sit and, you know, just going through my threads and mixing them up. You just watch your favorite program or just listen to some music and just kind of relax. Here. Yeah, yesterday was a little bit nicer, for sure. Spring is around the corner. It's coming. Pretty excited about it. I'm getting my seeds started for my garden beds, and I'm going to get them started in the house. I got some coming. I ordered on Amazon. So that's always fun. I'm going to grow some zinnias this year and some snapdragons flowers. And I've never grown either one of those before, so I'm just kind of watching some YouTube videos on it and seeing some tricks and tips. And I think zinnias, I really love the heat, so I'll just have to wait to get those out in like June. But I can start them in the house, you know, get them going. And then the snapdragons, because we're warm enough here in Oregon that they should come back every year. So if I get some going, I should be able to have them come back every year. So that'll be cool. Okay, so see, like, if I see a piece that I think isn't glued good enough, I just kind of put a little dab of glue there. Stay. You can fold it over. You're just gonna mess with it, and then you can always, you know, leave it and then come back to it later and see different things you need to glue. All right. Yes, I am doing sunflowers. I try to do those every year. I put them over by the driveway right there and have them on the fence line, and they're fun. One year I did these giant ones, and my son, he's 6'4", and I had him stand out by them, and they were huge. They were bigger than him, and it was so cool, and I got some really good pictures of him standing out there with them. It was those big mammoth sunflowers. I did that one year. Yeah, sunflowers are my favorite, for sure. My son actually, his first tattoo he got a sunflower with a heart, and it says, "I heart mom," and that's his first sunflower. He knows I love sunflowers so much, and it's a really cool. It turned out really cool. It made me cry. It was a surprise, and it was really neat. That was a couple of years ago he did that, so that's kind of fun. Okay, so we got her hair, and like I said, you can come back, you know, see if you have any bald spots or anything to add, and do that. So let's do that, and then let's go ahead and just do her hair. Let's just do them both at the same time. Okay. And I just kind of look for colors that they have, and if I have it in here, I try to incorporate it. But you definitely don't have to. And I just try to spread out some. Pull it and mix it around. Yeah, it was so much fun. He's our only child, and I mean, super spoiled. He was always just us three, and he surprised me and did that. That was so fun. Okay, I need to use my glue more often. There we go. It's starting to come out a little better now. And then I just kind of just put glue around here. And I just kind of shape it how I want it. And then just stick it on. I mean, it's pretty simple. You can do this with yarn too. Like I do the Lion Brand yarn. I love using that too. But this is just a great way to use up your threads instead of just throwing them away. Don't throw them away. I mean, look at that. Isn't that fun? It's just so much fun. Oh, that's cool. You only got one son. Yeah, he's the best. He's a good kid. He just lives he lives in town. He's in town, and oh, you're an only child too. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he lives in town. He's got his girlfriend and him have a place together, and they're in town. He just turned 27 last month, and I'm like, oh my gosh, 27. It just goes by so fast, you know? Like you were just a baby. Yeah. So the next step down the road will be grandkids, and he definitely, because being an only child, he's like, I'm gonna have like 5 kids. And I'm like, okay, all right, you do that. I'll be here. I'll be here to watch them. Let's see. There we go. Oh, okay, your son's 19. All right. That is awesome. So he probably just graduated. Yeah, Jonas. My son's name's Jonas. He's a lot like me. He's got like a sense of humor and stuff, and my husband's a little more serious, but he got like the sense of humor for me, and the like my husband's like super smart and like into like the book smart and all that stuff. So he got that from his dad. Tech smart too, like tech savvy. And I have a picture of Jonas sitting on his dad's lap when he was like a year old, playing computer games and doing, working on stuff. And so he's just very tech savvy, and he gets that from his dad. And then he gets his sense of humor from me. Oh, he wants to be a policeman or a cop. All right, all right. That could be a whew, exciting job. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. There we go. I mean, I can even do it over the eye a little bit. So they take on their own personality. Just like that. Is that kind of fun? And then anything you don't want happening, I just go through and do a little trim. And then I kind of like it over the eye like that a little bit. And it sticks pretty good. And you can even take it and do a little press down and just get it pressed. So if you guys are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. And hit that notification bell, and you guys will see next time I go live. I've been working on a quilt that I'm going to pop on probably. I'm going to try to stick with Tuesdays at 2. And if not, I'll put it in the community chat just to let you guys know if it won't happen that day, or if I'll do it earlier or something. But get your notification bells on, and you guys will see when I pop on. But I'm cutting out little 4-inch fun squares and then sewing them together and doing 9 patches. And I think that's what I'll do with you guys on Tuesday, is cut out some more stuff and talk and chat and put some music on and just see how you guys are doing, you know? And just make a little fun quilt. And I'm going to do like a baby size quilt. I'm not doing like a big, huge king or queen quilt or anything. I'm just going to start with little baby quilts and put them in my Etsy shop. So those will be for sale. Okay, what do you guys think? I think it's coming along. And then I just kind of go through and I want to make sure, you know, I don't want somebody to buy these and then their hair just falls off. So I always definitely go through and double check everything. Triple check. And then just give it a good smash. Okay. Alright. I'm hoping we can get far enough here. It takes me a second. So then there's her hair. Oh, thank you. Good. I'm glad you guys are liking it. But yeah, that's all I do. I mean, it's that simple. Like, if you guys overcomplicate it, you did it wrong. It's just got to be just simple. You're just going to take it, make sure thread's up, throw some glue down, and just press it and press it and press it. And just, it'll glue. Okay. So we got these 2 gals. And if you guys want to put names, I'm all for it. If you guys think of any fun names, I can use those and name them in my shop. Just whatever you guys think of, some fun little names for them. Okay, so let's go ahead and do their bows. And what I do is I'm just using just whatever thread you have. I mean, I got Coats and Clark, whatever, just whatever thread. And then what I do is just taking it and just weave in and out. I just do like a running stitch here. Just weave it in and out. Oh, make sure, yell at me if I'm not in camera here. And then you can see that it just kind of all pinches together. Sometimes the knot isn't big enough, so you have to make sure you got a good knot, a good size knot. You want it to anchor pretty good. There we go. Okay, that should work. Weave it in and out. Penelope's a good one. I like Penelope. That's cute. And I always think of grandma names, you know, like, because they're Junky Grungy Grammys. And I like Marge, and Penelope's cute. That's a cute name. I love that. I like that one. Okay, so there. That, and then what I do is just kind of just wrap it just to get it like that, and then you can see which way it wants to stick up. Like it wants to kind of go that way, so then I put it, you can either do it crooked, middle, other side. Let's go to the side. And then I'm just going to attach it to the head, through the head. Make sure you're getting, oops. Of course that would happen. Well, you guys know sewing. It doesn't go perfect every time here. Okay. So I just know I'm going to go right here. And I'm I'm getting it through the head. And then just get it where you want it. Like that. And then just wrap it around again and just do it as many times as you feel secure. Esmeralda. That's a good one. I like that one. Esmeralda. So we got Penelope and Esmeralda. Okay. I'll have to remember those. I'll just go back and look again. But those are great. I like those names. Okay, so I just keep wrapping it until I feel like it's secure. And then just kind of tie it off, you know. Just do a little like this. I'll lose it again. So I'm just making sure to get the head a little. And then I go through my knot. Oh, I just had a ladybug land on the table. That's gotta be a good luck, right? I've been seeing ladybugs. Last year, our mother-in-law, she's in a fifth wheel behind the house here, behind the garage that she stays in, and she had so many ladybugs just all over her trailer last summer or spring or something, and I don't know where they came from or why. But then I started thinking, I wonder if somebody, because you can buy ladybugs and put them in your garden because it helps with aphids and stuff. So maybe somebody did that and they just kind of started flying around. But oh look, she's walking around over there. If she comes closer, I'll try to get her. But that's got to be good luck. Yeah, that's got to be good luck, right? I know. I saw one the other day. I was on the treadmill and I saw it up on the wall in the window, and I grabbed it nicely. You know, I grabbed it and put it out in the garden. I was like, yeah, because they really do help eat aphids and stuff. Okay, so there we go. I mean, you could keep it long like that. It's just gonna flap around. So what I like to do is, you know, kind of like how I did these. I just kind of cut them. So you can just go like that. And then they'll stay more upright. So there we go. See how she's coming along? She's starting to get a little personality. This is Esmeralda and Penelope. Yeah, I think, well, what do we have here? No, this is what let's do this first. Let's do hers. And then we'll figure out which is which. I know, they're so fun. And then if you don't have thread, you can always use embroidery floss. I mean, anything works. And then I just weave it. Just like that. And you see, just weave through and then it'll pull together. You just wrap it a couple times. You just want to secure it. And I think the more whimsical that these are, and the more character that they have is just better. That's why I there's no such thing as perfect. And I am far from it for sure. And that's what I love about it, is that you can just kind of just do it, you know, and have it come together and don't overthink it. This is definitely my number one rule here. Oh, Penelope with the red eye. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Okay. All right, so then I'm just going through the head to attach it. And then just wrap it around. And then, like I said, just do it as many times as you think it's secure. Yeah. And then I'll just tie it off. Penelope. And then I'm just gonna go pop. Pop. All right. Okay, so now the aprons. What do we got here? So what I was thinking is, because she's got the flowers, I was gonna do the little animals for her. So this will be Penelope, and then Esmeralda will have the sunflowers. Of course, I have to have sunflowers. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, what I did was, you can just add beads to these little bulb pins here. So you can just put some beads on it. And then I just have some trinkets. So I just have a bunch of and I'm sure I have the links down below, the Amazon links, and it's just a bunch of different things. You get all kinds of cool little trinket. And then this is for the bulb pins, plus for the other side I use these little safety pins. Let's do a silver one and a gold one. I used all my little, I've almost used all my little silver pins. Making dolls here. Wait, I want this little gold one. There we go. But yeah, you get, it's pretty inexpensive too, and you just get all kinds to play with. Okay. And what I do is, with her, you can either add the little trinket with the one with the bead, or you could do it on the other side with the little pin. I mean, either way. Let's see here. So the ladybug, that's funny. There's a ladybug on the table, and I'm using it. I picked this out yesterday. Weird. Isn't that weird how some things just kind of happen and go together? Do you guys ever do that? It's just like, and then I'm gonna do swans, and I haven't seen a swan, so no swans around here. We get pelicans out in our lake. We have a lake that we drive by, not on our property. It's just the lake that's right there, and we'll see pelicans out there, and it's really cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it on there, and I just kind of put it on and see how it's gonna work out. So I just put it through the apron, like that, and then I just attach it to her. So just however you want to place it. Like that. I think that'll work. And then I just take a little one for the other side. And you can always just hand stitch it too on. I mean, if you want to, you can just stitch it. If you don't have any pins or anything. There's always alternatives to do. You don't have to do it exactly like me at all. That's the fun part about these dolls, is you can do them so many different ways. But there we go. So Penelope. Yeah, synchronicity. It's weird. It is true. It can happen. Where you kind of like see something or think of something, and then something happens, and it's like weird. Wait, where'd the ladybug go? Oh, it must have flew off. It was hanging out over here with Coraline. Yeah, I think it flew off. Well, it hung out with us for a little bit. Okay, so she's got that all done. And I think she's done. Oh, and I didn't, you can add lace to the bottom here. So I just take any kind of lace. This is like avocado dyed lace. And then I just take glue and glue all the way around, and then just glue the lace on. So you could do that for sure. I just didn't get any lace. I don't have any here. But I have some. I just have to go dig it out. But See, I just kind of glue it to the inside of the skirt or the dress, and then just do that. So like if you guys want to do that. Okay, so now we're gonna do our little ladybug. Yes, this is all coffee dyed, and then I keep like spots where it's not dyed, so you can see. So it kind of just, like with the arms and stuff. So yeah, the fabric is coffee dyed, but like this one has a little darker and lighter. This is a different kind of fabric. So I think this was the muslin, and then I don't know what that was. It's just like a thicker, like a cotton. So it just depends on the fabric you use and how you coffee dye it. If you dye it submerge the whole thing, you know, you won't get the little patches and stuff. So, oops, I forgot to put the ladybug on. I don't know if that's going to work on here, so maybe we'll do it on the other pin. So you just see how things are going to work. You know what? Are you going to cooperate with me? I might have to take that bead off of here. Let's see. Let's see if we can make it cooperate here. I like the black bead on there because it's kind of fun. It reminds you of a bumblebee or something. I think that'll work. There. That'll work. Okay. And then we have our ladybug. And then in the pattern, there is a pocket. You can put a pocket on, and you can either hand stitch it, or I just usually make the apron and then sew it on after, and you can see the threads to the other side. So however you guys want to do it. And then I make little journals that go in them. So I just didn't do that. I haven't done that with any of these. But yeah, that's in the pattern, is the pocket. So you can add that to it. Okay, so see, I'll just go ahead and do that. We got our ladybug. So we got, and I think her name's Cat. I think I named one of these Cat. I don't remember which one. So we got Esmeralda and Penelope. I think those are great names. And I think that's it, guys. Also, you can add stuff to their, you know, like I did a little flower, if you want to glue a little flower to their hair. I think I have a video, and I think it's down below. I'm not sure if it's down below, but it's in one of my lives. I put it down below, and I show you guys how to make these little flowers using just some embroidery floss and like a little, I don't think I have it here, but like a little thing that I made to like swirl it all around to show you guys how I do it. It's like a cork and toothpicks, but we could do that. I mean, if you want to glue those in their hair, I have different colors here. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to like and subscribe. That does help me out so much. Yeah, they are little twinsies, huh? We got almost triplets here. Okay. Which ones do we? Oh, I kind of like this one. Yeah. That's a good one, right? And I don't know if that's too matchy. Maybe this one. And then I just take it and pop some glue down. This glue is not cooperating as much as it usually does. And you can put it wherever you want. It's like she just got a little flower in her hair. Okay. Let's do one over here. I said, I will have these in my Etsy shop, so you guys can come purchase them. And they come with little adoption papers, so you can write their names on them. There. I think that turned out pretty cute. So the pattern's down below if you guys want to come order and follow along and make your guys' little personalities in them. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And until next time, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye, guys. Have a great night.